Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the ESR Race Room DTM92 Chill, DTM92 and Chill. Wow, this is going off to a great start. Always, always, always when I'm here, unfortunately. Well, let's just cut the chatter. I am Cole McRae. That is Ayrton Tobin still.
Yep, I'm Ayrton
I
Tobin.
remember this time for once. We are at Salzburgring
What's
in
that?
what?
Where's that?
It's in Salzburgston. Just kidding. It's actually in Austria. I actually knew that one. And yeah, we haven't done a race here in a hot minute. I won't say we've never done it. I do enjoy Salzburgring. I've never driven it, but I have seen races there. This would be an interesting one because I would consider it to be pretty balanced towards the Mustangs. It does have plenty of. Excuse me. Ugh, sorry, I just had a little beersy, but
Cole's an alcoholic confirmed, guys.
yeah, this is the first one I've had in like a week, so alcoholic confirmed. But anyway, it's got a lot of curves, but a good chunk of them are long, sweeping ones, which the Mustang should be able to take advantage of. Unfortunately, it's got a couple of pretty abrupt braking zones. Turn 1 is a popular one, for example, and also the last few, turn 13 through 15, are kind of against the Mustangs. So as we've seen, the Mustangs are kind of mid-pack. We have a small field today, only 12, so we did get one over from when the stream started. As you can see there, for our qualifying results, Tyler Regelli on the pole. Good job, Tyler. The Drift Master is back in town. Richard
Hell
DeRoche following him, followed by Andrew D., Glenn Cabas, Mauricio Delgado, Martin Edmonds, Serge Hendricks, John Spriggs, Ivan Rizov, Takahide Maroka, our stalwart person, Pavel Stopinski, and Steve Davidson, as I believe that's Tyler Regelli going nose first into a nice barrier. So smaller field today. We're also likely to lose some as the races go on, but I'm intrigued to say the least to see how this proceeds.
And I'm just hoping we don't lose any.
Yeah, we can always hope that. So yeah, fun fact: Salzburgring is not actually in Salzburg, but it is close to Salzburg.
Outside.
It's a couple of miles east of Salzburg. So if this was named accurately, they'd call it the Copy Ring or Koppel Ring. Is that an L
Why
or
would they call it? Why do they call it
Koppel
that?
Ring? I don't know. It's a good question. I guess Salzburg Ring does have a nice ring to it. It's like if they named Portland International Raceway Vancouver International Raceway.
Portland International Raceway.
What? But it's in the city though. So I live right next to Portland International Raceway in Portland, Oregon. Anyhow, we are starting race 1. The lights are flashing,
You believe in
and
Oregon?
duh. The suspense is killing me. Flag, green, 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 green,
Go,
green.
go,
We're
go!
going for
Tyler
this
Gelly
round
gets
of the
jumped.
ESR Sunday and Chill with DTM92. As we see Serge Hendricks get a little bit of a jump off the start. Martin
So Andrew
Edmonds,
D.
and
just
Andy D destroying Tyler Regelli. Looks like he didn't get too good of a launch. And turn 1 being a very abrupt right-hander followed by a left. Mauricio Delgado has a fantastic start as well.
There's the rest of the Mercedes.
Looks like the Mercedes had a terrible time with this first one. I wonder if that may be a little bit harder of a car to launch. And with that extreme braking zone, it can be probably a pain. Martin Edmonds, our Lord and Savior, up to second, getting a fantastic start. Andy D making off like a bandit with that start. Very, very good for him. Mauricio Delgado following not far behind in 4th, so he made up a spot. Took it from Glenn Cabas, or Cabas.
Okay, this is weird. Oh wait, never mind.
What?
What time are you at?
8:53, 2, 1,
Okay,
0.
because mine just like froze for a bit, then like fast forwarded, then paused despite the vehicle still, or despite the thing still playing, and I was really confused there for a minute.
You're talking about the timer?
No, the video.
The whole video? Oh, okay. Huh.
The video like fast forwarded and then it froze, but the video was still playing. I could hear sounds and everything, and then it eventually unfroze, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, as you know, ESR rents our servers out of North Korea, so that's to be expected, perhaps. but we do what we can. Meanwhile,
Tyler Gelly chasing down the first 3 guys, Martin Evans and the D-Ster.
surprisingly, Serge Hendricks didn't get a great start. Normally, the Mustangs either have a fantastic or a terrible launch. We seem to have had neither from the Mustang. He qualified 7th, and that is where he shall remain.
Hey, check it out. We have 15.
Oh, do we? Huh. Not quite sure how that works. Looks like we got Rastak is his. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, and Scott Nick. So and S Holtz. So wait, and
Big slide from Glenn Cabas.
looks like Steve Davidson is also here. I'm not, where are all these people coming from? I'm not 100% sure. Anyhow, we get to see Tyler Gelly making a bold pass on the inside of Martin Edmonds. Looks to be turn 11, but Edmonds is having none of it, although Tyler doesn't give up. He forces the issue, perhaps dips a couple into the grass. Glenn Cabas, Mauricio goes off after getting passed by Glenn Cabas. Looks like that might have been a little bit of a force, but I would call it a racing incident, Matt, or Ayrton.
Yeah, I'd call it a racing incident as well.
So not a great start for the Mustang.
Listen to that.
Sorry, I had to pause my speech there as we listened to the glorious sounds of that 5-liter. I believe that's a Windsor block V8. Actually, I need to look that up. Fox body Mustang. I think
They
they
had a
used
different engine for DTM.
Nah. The cool thing about these DTMs, this is back when DTM was a lot newer of a concept, and so it was a lot of privateers just getting out there. Obviously, they did have some factory backing with Mercedes and BMW, but there were some really small outfits that had limited success, but some success. These Mustangs were
Zach Speed.
Yeah, I don't think these Mustangs were Zach Speed. I don't think there was any. They were affiliated with that big of an outfit, but really cool. Comes from a time. I believe there's actually a Capri DTM as well in later years.
DTM.
I believe.
That sounds intriguing.
Yeah. I mean, it was a free for all back then. So I hear, which is a shame because it's basically a spec series now. So here we go. Tyler Gelly still hunting down Martin Edmonds. That battle doesn't seem to have slowed them down too much, although Andy D is still putting some time out there. In front of them, I mean. So still got some work to do. Meanwhile, Serge Hendricks has gotten by John Spriggs and is now hot on the tail of Glenn Cabas.
Here's Tyler Gelly pressuring Martin Edmonds.
Just piling it on as well. So this appears to be, I believe, turn 5. Yeah, I think that is. And you can kind of
fire the director.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he's got some sort of tenure. I think he might have. I think he might be going out with Martin's sister or something, because we should have fired him a long time ago. For some reason, they just haven't. So I think our hands are kind of tied.
Martin, your head's on the chopping block.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, Matt, but he's kind of one of the owners.
What?
Just saying.
You told me this is a free outfit with no affiliations.
I mean, there's always affiliations. Uh-oh, who is that going way off? Is that a Mercedes? That's Scott Nick. Scott Nick totally outbreaks himself, gets a bottle job in there. It looks like Steve Davidson's also having trouble. Ivan Rizov goes around him to take 9th place. It looked like Mauricio Delgado might have had a chance too. They appear to be side by side. And on the main straight, it looks like I have a feeling that Mauricio will demolish him a little bit, but it looks like he might be being a little more cautious. Nope, Mauricio gets the position. Very good. Mauricio Delgado
wants by badly.
Seems so. Mauricio Delgado up to 10th place. And here's Mauricio Delgado also trying to get around Ivan Rizov, having a great first half of the lap. So that, as I might have alluded to earlier, the Salzburgring circuit is not exactly one of our most traveled areas. So it's very possible a lot of these drivers are not very experienced with it, especially seeing as this is our Sunday and Chill series. We very much encourage people to just come in. Oh no!
no!
Oh wow! Excuse my voice crack. Ivan Rizov comes across, demolishes Mauricio Delgado, sends him into the wall.
Oh, looks like Mauricio's gonna get tapped behind again.
Looks like it. Holtz is right on his tail. Steve Davidson picks up the position. I am shocked that he only lost one position. I kind of
I
wonder
can
what.
guarantee his car is not feeling very well.
I kind of wonder what Ivan was thinking. That was. I mean, at least to me, it looked pretty egregious. Tyler Agelli going around the inside as they go 3 wide. Martin Emmons taking on Andy D. Martin Emmons gets cut off by Andy D, who sends him on the inside. Agelli brakes hard to just barely avoid the contact.
It's certainly letting those guys catch up behind. Look how close they are now.
Yeah. Richard DeRoche and Glenn Cabus, both huge in Tyler Agelli's rearview mirror. So that incident right there just cost them a huge amount of time. This might be a 5-way battle.
This is heating up nicely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a few more mistakes and they catch right up.
So one's the loneliest number. What's the progression? One's the loneliest number. Two's company. Three's a crowd. I wonder what 5 is. I think we call that an ESR.
I think we call it a Mick gangbang.
A Mick gangbang. All right. I'm gonna need a patent on that, I think. So, whoa, something happened back there. Mauricio Delgado catapulted up to 9th place. It looks like Rizov led him there. I wonder if Holtz and Davidson might have had problems. Looks like Holtz is definitely struggling. Davidson takes the position for 10th. Wonder what happened there. Unfortunately, we'll never know. Meanwhile, in Mustang news, Serge Hendricks has fallen behind from Glenn Cabus, but is maintaining position. Takahita Maruoka is over almost 10 seconds as Tyler Agelli goes around the outside of Martin Edmonds. We can't see him because of the camera angle, but that seems to be a pretty clean pass.
And he's done. Unless Martin wants it back.
Well, of course he does.
Martin.
We know that for sure.
Oh, Martin.
Wow, Glenn Cabus going way off in the background into turn 5. Oh, it looks like he's able to recover it. Very nice. Loses the position to Richard DeRoche, however, and falling back to Serge Hendricks behind. So it could be anyone winning this race. We have 30 seconds left. I think this will be the last lap, but we'll have to see. Right now, it's looking like anyone's game. Tyler Agelli goes way wide around that turn. Martin Edmonds sneaks around the inside, but gets a little sideways on the turn entry. That causes him to outbrake himself for the next turn, but he goes wide around Tyler Agelli anyway. That of course causes him a speed disadvantage. So, now he has to brake for the next set of turns, but Tyler Agelli gets a little over ambitious and goes off track, losing time. He falls back. Richard DeRoche is in contact. Looks like Glenn Cabus is able to avoid him, but Tyler Agelli falls from 2nd into 5th, and that is our checkered flag.
I missed that.
A meteoric fall from Tyler Agelli, back behind Serge Hendricks, so Serge picks up the spot for 5th. Actually in danger of getting Steve Davidson on the outside of Ivan Rizov. Very nice passer on the last corner. Wow.
And that would be our first race. Whoa.
What was that? We're now watching Pavel Stopinski. Not John Spriggs.
That's John Spriggs.
Nope, it's not. Nope.
This game lied to me.
It lied. So we have a very dented BMW. And what a last couple of corners. There. That was insane. Maverick Rashtakis.
Oh, what is with these cars? We're at the end.
When I finish the race, except for an ACC, I love to just do a spin out and, it's a really popular thing. But looks like these guys are just taken to demolishing their cars in a wall. Imagine if that was a rule. Like, after you finish the race, the car can't be running.
Oh, no.
And Glenn Cabus takes the fastest lap by a slim margin, 1:25.335. But Andy D takes it for the win.
Tyler Agelli got nowhere close. He was over a second off.
Yeah. What? A second?
Agelli's fastest lap was 126 something.
126.8. 126.8. Wow. Huh. Well, he was tied up in battles with Martin Edmonds and Andy D for a long time, so that's it's perfectly
It's a shame
possible.
nothing came of it.
I mean, with these 10-minute races, yeah. Well, that last fall, I mean, what? The results said he was. Oh no, yeah, that's right. He was 6th. You're right. So this is a reverse 7 grid. So Mauricio Delgado finds himself on the pole. This could be interesting for the for Mauricio because we've seen those Mustangs can get one hell of a launch, but then that launch goes immediately into the chicane in the first couple of corners. So that could be nasty. Here we are lined up on the starting line. The lights are flashing. The flags go up, and the suspense is killing me. And
Serge Hendricks
we're
and Mr.
going.
Delgado. Oh, there they go.
So Hendrick starts immediately. Ivan Rizov into the barrier.
Ivan, no.
That might not have been Ivan. That might have been Scott Nick or Holtz.
Holtz? Yeah, I think it may be Holtz.
And as I say that, Mauricio Delgado gets a terrible start. Serge Hendricks gets an okay one, but has found himself in traffic where the Mustang struggles the most by far. Is actually able to make up a spot back from DeRouche.
Here he goes.
Not too
Going
bad.
past Darushi. No, that's Maruka.
So Mauricio Delgado gets a line on Maruka, who cuts him off. Ooh, that was close.
That was a little dirty, I think.
Yikes.
Let's see where this Mustang shines in this track.
Well, I mean, I thought it was going to, but they've not had great success. I mean, Mauricio definitely had a couple of incidents that may or may not have been people's fault. But he's going wide around the inside of Takahide Maruoka, and no problems there. And looks like Glenn Cabas is also going around the inside of Takahide Maruoka.
Oh, what happened to Takahide there?
Looks like he just had a poor line. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Yeah, something is wrong. Maybe he got hit on the start, because Serge Hendricks is having a look too.
Maybe.
He backs off.
Tyler Galley's up in front there. In P1. 1.4 seconds ahead. A second reset to go, followed by the BMW Cabas and Maruka, followed by the final Mustang of Serge Hendricks.
What a great name for that Serge Hendricks as well. I hope that's his actual name. And if so, I'd like an autograph, please.
Oh yes. If he doesn't have a photo of him posing half nude on the bonnet of that Ford,
And Andy,
I don't want it.
And Taka's fall from the pole continues as Andy D makes a move on the inside of turn 4. Serge, if you're listening and you have that poster, don't let me see it, but feel free to sign it and give it to Matt Higgs. I think he's a fan. I'll give you his address. Just DM me later.
Oh no, don't tell him that. That's confidential.
Hey, I can think of no better birthday present. And your stunned silence makes me assume that I'm right.
It's not my birthday.
What? I presume you're going to have a next birthday, Matt, right?
What's a birthday?
Glenn Cabas, hard on the brakes, slides, trying to apply as much pressure to Mauricio Delgado as possible. Almost loses it.
Can take down Tyler Galley there.
I don't know. Looks like he's losing some time. He was at one point.
Tyler's just that fast.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be the only way he'd be pulling away, right? So Ivan Rizov in the dirt. We didn't get to see what happened there. Well, he's getting it back. So he was 1.7 seconds off last lap. He's now 2.1 down. So he's got.
Did Gershi retire?
It's possible. He could have also just had a really terrible lap. Maybe ended up in the dirt. I was gonna say dust. That doesn't make any sense.
No, I think you're right the first time.
End up in the dust.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, well, we'll get some verification on that never. But Glenn Cabe is actually holding on very well to the rather large behind of that Mustang. That's one hell of a badonkadonk, Matt.
Yeah, the Mustang and the BMW look total opposites.
That's what's cool about these old DTM series. They make no qualms about their origins.
BMW followed, or Mustang followed by BMW, followed by Mustang, followed by BMW.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
Whoa, that was closer.
Yeah, what would happen there? I didn't. Wasn't able to quite make heads or tails of that, but whatever. So yeah, we're seeing that maybe just like our other races in this series, there's not a whole lot for the Mustangs here. Although, who is that going off? Is that Glenn? No, that's not Glenn. Glenn's in the green car.
Isn't he on the Tech Tac green?
Yeah. So I didn't know who that was. It might have been Steve Davidson, because we're seeing Steve Davidson fall to 14th place. Oh, those downshifts are epic, I gotta say.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh! Mauricio Delgado struggles to put down the power out exiting turn 5, and Glenn Cabas takes his second place back.
Let's see if we can power down through the straight.
I don't know, that must have compromised his launch, but he's not really losing time. And we're seeing the 4 Mercedes bunched up in the mid-rear of the pack. Mauricio Delgado maybe going for a dive? Nope.
No.
Doesn't seem like it.
He was thinking about it.
You could see he was thinking about it. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think Richard DeRouche is out of here. Martin Emmons lining up an ultra-wide cut.
What happened to him?
Goes around the inside of Mauricio. That black Mustang is struggling in these back and forths, but Martin Emmons goes wide, and into the dirt he goes, forcing him behind Serge Hendricks. The Mustangs are together. Mauricio, the final.
Hunt down Glenn Cabas.
Whoa! Martin Emmons is having a rough time controlling that BMW. Goes way, having a tank slapper. So the twin Mustangs of Serge Hendricks and Mauricio Delgado. Ooh, looks like Mauricio had a terrible first corner. Serge had to get on the brakes and then power out. He almost got sideways. Looks like Martin Emmons has fallen way back.
Oh yeah, he's fallen at least 4.5 seconds. Maybe he's just struggling with his tires getting dirty.
It's certainly possible. Race Room, this game is very, very picky on how clean your tires are. It actually used to be worse not too long ago, but it's still very picky. You can, if you go off for more than a couple of seconds, you're going to have, especially in the gravel too, you're going to have big problems when you rejoin. I would assume it wouldn't be as big of a problem with these DTM cars, because these are all naturally aspirated beasts, and they rely heavily on revs to make their power. Serge Hendricks going sliding and almost going off, but doesn't make any problems with it. Oh, but as I was saying, hold on.
Oh, listen to that.
Okay. Yes, I will do that every time.
Oh, for sure. I'll do it as well.
The only, so most of these cars make most of their power above 8,000 RPMs, which is, I mean, quite frankly, insane. But the Mustang being the only exception with pretty good low-end torque, as well as power. But so it's kind of surprising that Martin was struggling with getting the power down, because it's easy to limit that in these engines. Looks like John Spriggs has had some problems with his car. I wonder where that came from. His hood is not looking too happy. We'll say that much. Oh no, that's Ivan Rizov, I believe.
Ivan's not had a good race.
He has not. That start was, I mean, believe that start was abysmal. It might have been Stupinski. But, oh yeah, he's just continuing to struggle with those tires in the middle. I believe those tires are indestructible. I'm not 100% sure.
That would check out.
But I believe they're deadly. We'll say that much.
Anything except the track is deadly in this game.
I don't drive this track enough. I think I want to start. I don't think I own it in this game, but I would think I want to. It looks kind of fun. Looks like right up my alley. I like long sweeping corners with flowing exits and but a couple of curveballs thrown in there. This looks to fit my bill. So yeah, Stupinski, and yep, that was indeed Rizov. So Rizov has fallen to the back. Richard DeRouche having left. So Delgado's still hot on the tail of Glenn Cabas.
Oh, he's close to him.
Only about a second. That's well within the draft. He's not putting too much ground. He's only got a lap, and he's maybe got 2 laps. Not
How
very
long are
long.
laps? Oh, they're 125.
Yeah, but we don't know how far they are into the lap. At least I don't. Sebastian Holtz going off-roading a little bit. Uh-oh, that's Rastakis. Apologies. So we might
Ah,
have one more lap. I'm not 100% sure.
I think at the most, we'll have to figure out where the leader is, because, oh no, Maverick.
Maverick Rastakis. I'm just
Does
gonna
your
pronounce.
mother not, does your mother not like you or something?
Hey, Maverick's a freaking cool name, man. Andy Deese,
9 chlorine.
as we
Nope.
so checker flag.
Oh, there we go. That'd be the end of it.
So Andy D has not had quite as good of a race as I would have thought. He started 7th or 6th or 5th or something like that. Yeah, he started
Looks
7th,
like
and that's largely where he's remained.
looks like Mauricio could not close down the gap to Glenn Cavis, but he is really close.
Well, super close. I would call him almost side by side if if I was able to see him and verify that. Unfortunately, we'll never know how undoubtedly awesome that last turn was because the director is sucking as Pavel Stopinski goes nuts over the finish line. That's
Let's
what I
see if
like to see.
Ivan goes nuts.
Looked like maybe tried to. I think he maybe forgot where the finish line was. That's happened to me before. I'll start setting up a spin and it'll be like, oh, actually, I already went over the finish line. Oh, so yeah, maybe it just seems like the auto driver just sucks at this track because yeah, everyone's been just diving into the wall.
I
Anyway,
guess what happens after the race isn't really a concern.
race 2 order, Tyler Gelly, Glenn Cabus. I believe we forgot the race 1 results. Oh well. Racer Delgado 3rd, Serge Hendricks 4th, Martin Edmonds, Andy D, John Spriggs, Takeda Maruoka, Sebastian Holtz, Scott Nix, Steve Davidson, Pavel Stopinski, Ivan Rizov, Maverick Rastakis, and Richard DeRouche having retired. Good job, Tyler Gelly, on that best lap, 124.9, I believe.
0.9, yeah.
Yeah. So as we line up for the final race of the session, John Spriggs will be on the top with Andy D and Martin Emmons following him. So that could be, well, we'll say it this way, it could be fun. So we have the lights flashing. We're ready to go. I'm excited to
Ooh,
see how those
Tyler
Mustangs
Gelly.
get on the start. They've been a mixed bag these 2 races, but we'll see. And the race is going. Race 3.
There he goes. There's Maurice Delgado, Scott, Serge Hendricks. I keep saying Scott Hendricks. I don't know why.
Scott Surgedricks. Looks like Delgado's desperately trying to find a way through the triple BMWs that have gone 3 wide. Not making up any spots, but not losing any. Looks like Steve Davidson got overtaken by Sebastian Holtz.
Oh
Serge Hendricks
no,
got
Scott
punted a
Nick.
little bit. Scott Nick looks to have lost it. Tyler
Oh,
Gilly makes his way.
Serge Hendricks there as well.
Oh yeah, no, Serge Hendricks in the back. So he might have gotten a little bit
Turned in the
unsteadied
first
by
corner
turn
there.
2. Sorry, did you want to say something, Matt? I kind of talked over you.
Oh no, I was just saying that's a shame for poor Scott in the first 2 corners there.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast, sadly. When you put that many cars into that small of a hole, there's bound to be some banging going on, if you know what I'm saying. We'll just say sparks are flying. Tyler Gelly making a look on, what the heck? Oh, that's Sebastian Holtz. So Holtz went around the inside. Tyler Gelly gets the inside of the next corner, though, and takes it right back. Oh no, Steve Davidson off in the dirt. Looks to be
Ah,
turn
that's a shame.
5, maybe 11. Well, that's a big part of racing, is just staying alive. But anyway, there's a immense battle for first through fourth. Martin Emmons, Andy D, Takahita
Oh, this is
Maruoka.
close.
Indeed. Mauricio Delgado rounding
Oh
up. That looks
no,
like be
those
Steve
barriers.
Davidson again. I think. I could be wrong.
If I were Steve, I would not be surprised if he just gives up right now.
Yeah, well, both the blessing and a curse of these races, they're only 10 minutes. So, not a whole lot of time to pick up the pieces, we shall say. Looks like Rastic has also had a problem. Ooh! Scott Nick and Pavel Stupinski going around as well. So just like that, Serge Hendricks goes from 14th to 11th. Not too shabby. Mr. Delgado having a look on Andy D on the outside. Aborts mission because
Marcel has been flying at this track.
he has. He's been doing very well. Unfortunately, he's kind of gotten the short end of the stick here a little bit, but he's made the most of it. Meanwhile, there's just a cluster truck back there. Tyler Agelli going around Glen Cabus.
Hip check there, Cabus.
They ended up keeping it clean, although that had the potential to be really hairy. And not in the good way either.
I don't want you to finish that.
Oh no, it was finished. There was a not small amount of eyebrow waggling from me. Not that you could see it. Oh no! Glen Cabus looks like he spun Tyler Agelli. Nope. Who was that?
That was Maruka. Taka.
It was Taka. I thought that was a Mercedes. Huh. Oh no. Takamaka goes spinning. Wonder how that happened. Unfortunately, the director's doing an exceedingly terrible job of cataloging this. Oh, and Taka has another crash. And that appears to be turn 1, if I'm not mistaken.
And that hood will be about $3,000.
That's an interesting point. I wonder how much these cars cost to make in the period in which they were built.
I probably can find out.
Do it. So,
Okay, let's see.
John Spriggs is tracking down Mauricio Delgado, although the last few corners have not been very fruitful for him. Lost a little bit of time. Not much, but some. Looks like Mauricio's also had some struggles with the last few corners. Martin Emmons has found his way up to the top spot. Getting past Andy D and John Spriggs both. Mauricio Delgado is happy to take advantage of Spriggs's foibles, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to capitalize on the D or Edmonds factor too much. Although, as I say that, he closes the gap down to less than 9/10 of a second. We're actually seeing a little heat from Ivan Rizov, who's tracked down Sebastian Holtz in the twin Mercedeses. Is the plural form of Mercedes just Mercedes, or Mercedeses, or Mercedi? I guess the world may never know.
Nope, I guess we'll never know. There's Mauricio still trying to hunt down Andrew D. But looks like he's getting pressured by John Spriggs of Holy Moly Racing.
Oh, I just learned the other day that John Spriggs used to be Moly Moly Moly, who as a name that I hadn't seen in a while,
Really?
and that would explain why. Yeah.
That would.
To all you in the audience
out.
that are like, well, duh, everyone knew that. I didn't. You underestimate how dense Cole McRae is. He's very dense.
And you underestimate how dumb Matt Higgs is.
Well, no one underestimates that. No, I'm just kidding. You're not dumb. Ooh, Tyler Agelli hot on the tail of Glen Cabus. Gives him a little touch saying, go frickin' faster. I got some spots to make up, dude. Only 4 minutes to do it. Ooh, Mauricio Delgado looked like he was getting passed by John Spriggs, but it looks like Spriggs backed out. Mauricio royally messed up turn 5. Looks like the Mustangs have been struggling, particularly with turns 5 and 11. So those are the big sweepers.
That's a big gap. Oh wait, no. I was looking at the wrong guy.
What? Okie doke. Looks like John Spriggs is going to try once more.
I don't know
Paradoxically,
about you. I'm watching Andrew D fighting with Martin Edmonds here.
I'm watching the background. There looks to be passing action going on back there.
But as usual, the director misses it.
Glenn Cabus overextends. Tyler Gelly takes the spot. It's now his turn. It's now his turn to go after the bottom podium step, which is currently being occupied by Mauricio. Go get him, Delgado. So somewhat paradoxically, it appears that the Mustang also has the strongest brakes out of this group, which is interesting. I would not have expected that. But we're routinely seeing Mustangs being able to pass under braking on board with Tyler Gelly, who appears to have been foiled by Glenn Cabus, who's taken the fifth position back, or fourth position. Wait, what? Oh yeah, fifth position. You're right. I was right. I'm dumb. It wasn't Cabus. It was Spriggs. My bad. I saw a Tic Tac car and I assumed it was Cabus. I'm sorry. Gotta say, of historical liveries, the Tic Tac livery, I don't know what other cars used on. Looks like Stupinski going around, but the green Tic Tac livery is one of my favorites. It's man, however much they paid the designer of that livery, they didn't pay him enough.
No, I don't think the designer of that livery even knew that even like 40 years later that people would be like going, oh, I like that livery right there.
I think he did. He had to have known it was great. Meanwhile, John Spriggs and Tyler Gelly are battling for who's going to take on Mauricio Delgado, who appears to be struggling this most recent lap. They are going at it. John Spriggs overtaken by Tyler Gelly again.
Oh, so that's how the final corner goes.
Yeah.
Only one more minute. Whoa.
Ooh,
there's
Mauricio is
Delgado.
trying to break the draft any means possible. That is his distinct advantage in that Mustang, braking and speeding.
Oh no, was that Rasta hits?
It looked like the Stupinski, although it could have not been. Scott Nick also having some troubles, it appears. No, it's Steve Davidson.
Ah, it's a shame.
And now we've seen the battle heat up further. Tyler Gelly, John Spriggs, and Glenn Cabus has joined the fight. So this is, I think this will be our last lap.
Yeah, it certainly will be. Tyler Gelly's up to fourth. See if he can give us a path to Mauricio, because he has been flying this weekend.
Oh, looks like Cabus had a foible in the last couple of turns. Fall back a couple of seconds. Oh!
No.
Oh no! Tyler Gelly shunts Mauricio Delgado. Underestimates
the wall on the inside.
Oh no! And we see in the rearview mirror that Delgado was not able to recover that well. He did salvage a couple of spots. He could have lost to Rizov and maybe even Hendricks, but that is not the way we want us to end. As the timer runs out, this is our last lap. John Spriggs still wanting that position back from Tyler, and this is our last corner. Martin Edmonds crosses the line, and that will be it. This, I believe, this is Steve Davidson. Yes, it is. Battling with Takahita and Maroka, both with damaged cars. I imagine Taka's is a little more damaged, but I can't say for sure.
I don't know, but they do look like not very nice BMWs here.
No, it's a new. It's a hump nose M3.
Really?
It's advanced downforce. Yeah. The angled hood allows air to flow up and create more downforce. Yeah. It's advanced. See, look, even Mercedes is copying it. As Pavel Stupinski goes sliding.
No, Pavel,
nice. That's what we like to see. As I believe that's Glenn Cabus. Ivan Rizov goes to the center of the earth. He's done with this. He's visiting Malaysia or something. And the cameraman is stroking out. Meanwhile, Glenn Cabus.
We didn't actually lose that many by the end of the final race. Usually we lose more.
Yeah, we lost 3, so we're down to 12, but that ends up about what we had at the very beginning, so not too bad. With this race, Martin Edmonds finishes first. Good job, Martin. Mauricio Delgado, I don't know why I said that. Glenn Cabus had the best lap, 124.921, I believe. So that is our best lap of the night, I believe. Martin Emmons, Andy D, Tyler Gillian third, John Spriggs, Glenn Cabas, Mauricio Delgado, Ivan Rizov, Serge Hendricks, Scott Nick, Takahide Maruoka in 10th, Steve Davidson 11th, Pavel Stupinski 12th, Sebastian Holtz, Maverick Rastikas, that's right, and Richard DeRoche in 15th. Those last three are DNFs. So I mean, I love this series a lot, always. I mean, there are blank and chill series, the NSU and chill, these DTM Sunday and chills, probably some of my favorites. Just no holds barred.
Nice.
Let's go get them. So I can't wait to the next race, which is somewhere. I need to look it up. Matt, stall for me.
What are we gonna talk about, guys? What do you think of that race? I love those cars. Just something about the 80s or 90s DTM just hits the sweet spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are kind of more 80s designs. I think the most modern might be the Mercedes or that or the Opel, which we haven't
Those are
seen today.
92s, right?
Yeah, but they're very 80s in tact and focus. Anyway, so I got the schedule. Next race, February 21st, Mantorp. Ooh, that'll be fun. Do you
Ooh,
remember
another race
Mantorp,
there.
Matt?
Is that Sweden? Oh, that was Anderstorp.
That was, I believe Mantorp is also in Sweden.
Huh.
Looking it up, looking it up, looking it up.
Sure
Yep,
you
it's in
spelled it
Sweden.
right?
It's in Sweden. Yes, so that'll be our next one. And the finale, round 7, March 7th at Oxerschleben, the Moto A course, which is
Oscherschleben?
a slow, which is a short variant. Yes, Oxerschleben. I know I'm butchering that, but come on, I do my best.
Oscherschleben?
Huh, fun fact, Mantorp Park was the first European circuit to adopt the 1,000 feet drag strip as adopted by the NHRA in 2008. So there you go.
More fun facts.
Yeah, we're freaking trivia nighting up in here. But yeah, that's a good race. Good race. Good. It wasn't the cleanest, but it never really is. But that's what we come here for, right? Clean is boring.
Clean is good.
Anyhow, hopefully, should we go over even the scoring? Yeah, I guess why not? Do I even have a tab
Yeah, we
open that has
could.
it? No, I don't. Screw it. Someone's winning, someone's not winning, they're all driving cars sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I agree.
Oh, actually, okay, so there's a little thing here. John Spriggs in the top spot with 152. Yeah, this is jarring, but this is the first time we're ever going the points in this, but I figure might as well. Martin Edmonds 147, so very close, 5 points. That's one position, no matter how you cut it, pretty much. Unless actually, no, never mind. I was wrong. Glenn Cabas third place with 113. Mauricio Delgado hot on his tail with 110. Guido De Palma, we haven't seen him in a couple of races. So that's kind of
Yeah, Guido
unfortunate.
hasn't been there.
Yeah, 92, followed by Scott Nick with 88. James Butler in 7th with 80. Steve Davidson 71. Ivan Rizov 69. Nice. And Richard DeRoche rounding out the top 10 was 64. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
it's anyone's race here. I'm excited to
Oh,
see
for
how it
sure.
goes. Join us next week at Mantorp Park.
It won't be next week. It'll be the week after, won't it? Next week's ACC.
I know how to count. Anyway, that was our stream. Like, comment, subscribe. Please do comment, by the way. We do appreciate feedback, and if you see what you like or like what you see, god dang,
I see what I liked.
we gotta finish this up, man. But yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, click the little bell. We have a Discord, we have a website, esr-race.org. You better be absorbing all this because I'm never going to say it again. Never.
Yeah, join the Discord in the description below.
Yeah, it's all in the description. Hopefully, we'll see you on track. Until then, Matt Higgs, what's your Ayrton Tobin, what's your stance? What you think?
I'd say I'd like to see you guys there. For sure, we need more people. We're always looking for more members of ESR.
Can we make it a goal to have 70 people in the DTM and Chill series?
Ooh, multiple splits?
Yeah. I mean, ignoring that the max I think is 30 queue in some tracks, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll just race all at Spa.
God, DTM92 at Spa every week. Okay. Anyway, before this gets any more out of control, I've been Colin Cray. That's been whatever your name is.
Ayrton Tobin.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, Matt Higgs is his name. And we'll
Nope.
see you next time. It is.
Ah, damn, you got me.
Bye.
See ya.